Well, glad you could join us. I'm just getting Myra ready for bed. I'm going to be reading the first Christmas book I've ever written. The Year That the Moodys Saved Advent. You ready to read it for bedtime, Myra? Okay. Once upon a time, there was a worship leader that everyone loved named Matt. It was the first Sunday of Advent, and Matt took a little too long to get out of bed. He wanted those sugar plums to dance a little bit longer. It's okay, he thought. It's the first Sunday of Advent, and everything is ready to go. The music is ready. The nailers are all set to do the first Advent reading, and Rhonda Moody has the wreath. It's going to be a great morning to kick off the season of hope and joy. But that was before he realized his tire was flat at the end of his driveway. No problem, he thought. I'll just trade out cars. I'll let Joanna change the tire before she comes, since she doesn't have to be there until 10. Well, I guess I'm going to be a little late for practice, he thought as he got in his car. But since I'm leaving now, I won't be too late. When Matt arrived, the band was inside waiting. They were all so happy to see him. I need to set the thermostats and print off a few more things, Matt said. They didn't mind, though, because Advent is the season of patient waiting. On the way back from making copies, the sinking feeling sank all the way to the bottom of his stockings. We don't have the Advent candles. See his red face? See his look of surprise? You see it? You don't. That's because it's not there. It's 9 o'clock and the worship gathering begins in an hour. I've still got to practice with the band, but we can't have our first Advent service without candles. We need everyone to be able to see that the light of Jesus is coming into the dark world. Matt thought quickly. It was the quickest thing he had done all morning. I'll text the Moodys, he exclaimed. Matt always texts the Moodys when he's in a bind because they are an army family and they're always up early and ready to mobilize. But not this morning. I sure am glad we don't have any responsibilities at the bridge before church starts this morning, Billy said to Rhonda as he rolled over in his bed at 8:59. I know, said Rhonda. We can relax and enjoy the first Sunday of Advent as a family. What a blessing. And just then, Billy's iPhone vibrated and fell off his nightstand, shattering his screen. No bueno, thought Billy. I'm storing up treasure in heaven. Upon reading the text, Billy sprang from the bed in his crazy train pajamas and exclaimed to the family, Get your clothes on, kids. We got to get us some candles so we can save us some Advent. And they were off in a flash in their 400 reindeer power excursion to Walmart as Matt and the praise band finished up their practice. As the service began, the Moodys had still not arrived, but that was okay because Advent is a season of patient waiting. Matt had faith that the Moodys would make it with the wreath and candles by fellowship time, and sure enough, after the second worship song, the time for fellowship began. As people were talking and refilling their coffee, in came the Moodys, and Joanna and Myra too. Look, see how all your hair is a little disheveled? That's my favorite illustration. And when fellowship time was over, the nailers read the first Advent reading and lit the first candle. Advent was saved. Never mind that the candles were red instead of purple and gaudette. The people who came to the gathering that day were able to see and know that Jesus' light was coming into our dark world. The end. Did you like that story, Myra?
Except it didn't have anything on the other page.
It didn't have anything on the other page, Myra. You're not supposed to give them our movie secrets. The end.